There is a profession that's 4,500 years old, exists in every culture on Earth, and was specifically designed to bring joy. It also triggers the same brain response as looking at an infectious disease. That profession is clowning. And no, this isn't about horror movies. This isn't about Pennywise or the Joker. The reason clowns unsettle you was hardwired into your skull long before Hollywood existed, long before cinema existed, long before writing existed. To prove it, I want you to do something. Close your eyes for a second. Picture a clown's face. White grease paint, a big red smile stretching ear to ear, blue diamonds around the eyes, an orange wig, and the nose. Red, round, about the size of a tennis ball. Open them. You felt it, right? Not terror, not panic, just a slight chill. Something is off, but you can't say what. Your shoulders tensed, maybe goosebumps, maybe the urge to look away. You just imagined a painted smile on the face of a person whose entire job is making balloon animals. And your body switched to alert mode. That happened because your brain, right now, at the neural level, cannot determine whether it's looking at a human being or something else entirely. And for your brain, that's a code red. To understand why, we need to crack open the skull. And while we're at it, take a detour through ancient Egypt and stop by an evolutionary biologist's office. Because the answer sits right where all three meet. In the right side of your brain, there's a region about the size of a kidney bean called the FFA, the fusiform face area. It's your personal face detector. Every time you look at someone, the FFA reads their face in milliseconds. Who is this? What are they feeling? And, most importantly, are they dangerous? Unlike almost anything else you see, faces are processed as a whole, a single data packet. The distance between the eyes, the proportions of the mouth and nose, the skin texture, all read as one file. Neuroscientists call this configural processing. Now imagine someone takes that file and floods it with white paint, draws fake eyebrows on top, shifts the mouth coordinates about an inch downward, slaps a red blob where the nose should be, creates a face on top of a face. That's what clown makeup does. It doesn't hide the face, it replaces it. And the FFA freezes. It gets data that simultaneously says, this is a face, and coordinates invalid, proportions corrupted, file damaged. In 2024, Italian neuroscientists led by Marini confirmed this with brain imaging. They put people inside an fMRI scanner and showed them faces, uncovered and covered. When a face was masked, the occipital face area and right fusiform gyrus kicked into overdrive. The brain was literally overloading, recruiting extra neural resources just to answer one question. What is this person actually feeling? A mask is already a problem, but clown makeup is a mask pretending to be a face. That's worse. And here's what's truly unsettling. This isn't a glitch. The brain is reacting correctly. Because a creature whose face you cannot read is, in evolutionary terms, a creature with unknown intentions. And a creature with unknown intentions is a potential threat. In 2016, psychologist Frank McAndrew at Knox College published the first major study on creepiness. 1,341 participants, 21 professions. One question: which profession triggers the strongest sense of creepiness? Clown. By a landslide. Beat out taxidermist, sex shop owner, and funeral director. You read that right. The guy with the red nose is officially creepier than the person who stuffs dead animals for a living. McAndrew's conclusion was elegant. Creepiness is not fear. Fear is a response to an obvious threat. Creepiness is a response to ambiguity. The brain can't decide, dangerous or not. And that suspended state, the inability to either relax or run, is exactly what we call the creeps. Clowns hit every category. Unpredictable behavior? That's their job. Can't read their intentions? The makeup guarantees it. Unusual appearance? Size 15 shoes speak for themselves. Think about it. You've scrolled past a clown photo online and your thumb moved a little faster. You've seen a street performer in full makeup and crossed to the other side without thinking about why. That wasn't a conscious decision. That was your fusiform face area sending a memo to your legs. But McAndrew explains what you feel. He doesn't explain why. For that, we need to go deeper, into evolution. In 2012, researchers Ryan, Oaten, Stevenson, and Case published a study with a title that gives you chills on its own. Facial disfigurement is treated like an infectious disease. They showed that people react to altered faces, even knowing the alteration is genetic and non-contagious, with the exact same disgust mechanisms that fire when they see sores, rashes, and open wounds. Mark Schaller at the University of British Columbia called this the behavioral immune system. Over hundreds of thousands of years, the brain learned to play it safe. See a face with unusual coloring, white skin with red blotches, could be smallpox, could be a skin infection, could be dumb makeup. But for the brain, it's cheaper to flinch at a clown than to accidentally embrace a leper. Clown makeup. White skin, red patches on the cheeks and nose, unnatural colors, lands directly on the visual templates this system has been scanning for millions of years. You're not afraid of the clown. Your body, at the reptilian brain level, suspects the clown is sick. But we haven't hit the bottom of the rabbit hole, because there's the smile. Princeton neuroscientist Michael Graziano proposed a theory that's genuinely disturbing. According to Graziano, smiling was never originally a sign of happiness. It was a defensive reflex. Primates bared their teeth to protect their face from a blow. Over time, the reflex turned into a social signal. I'm not a threat. The key word is signal. A genuine smile is involuntary. It activates the muscle around the eyes, the orbicularis oculi. Paul Ekman called this the Duchenne marker. You can't fake it. Your brain automatically checks the other person's eyes to verify. Is this smile real or fake? Now look at a clown. A painted smile. Permanent. It doesn't change when the clown is angry. Doesn't disappear when the clown is sad. And the area around the eyes. The only place where you could check is painted over with diamonds, stars, or black circles. In evolutionary terms, this is the ultimate red flag. A creature continuously broadcasting, "I'm safe," while making verification impossible is, in the brain's logic, a predator using mimicry. Like an anglerfish with a glowing lure, only instead of a lure, a red nose. And instead of a fish, a grown man in striped pants. Now here's what shocked me the most. This fear isn't modern. It didn't start with the movie It in 1986. Didn't start with the arrest of serial killer John Wayne Gacy in 1978. It didn't start at all. It was always there. The first documented clown is a dwarf dancer in the court of Pharaoh Djedkarre Isesi, who ruled around 2400 BCE. The pharaoh was so thrilled, he wrote a letter demanding, "Bring him to the court immediately. Let him gladden the heart of the king." That performer wore a mask and a leopard skin. 4,500 years ago. A mask on the face. Entertainment through breaking the norm. The same formula. And virtually every culture produced its own version. The Heyoka among the Lakota, a man who walked backward and spoke in opposites, considered both holy and dangerous. The Koshire among the Pueblo, figures painted in black and white stripes who violated every taboo the tribe held sacred. And dozens more across continents that never made contact. Everywhere, the same structure, a painted face, broken rules, laughter and fear at the same time. 4,000 years. This isn't a cultural bug. This is neural firmware that came pre-installed with the Homo sapiens brain. But you know what's genuinely ironic? The World Clown Association, yes, that's a real organization, lost over 28% of its members between 2004 and 2014. The British Clowns International collapsed from 1,000 members in the 80s to barely 100 by 2015. 90% gone. A profession that's 4,500 years old is dying out faster than the giant panda. And the main reason isn't the paycheck. It's not TikTok. It's that after every horror movie, every headline, every viral prank, the word clown became a synonym for threat. The World Clown Association actually had to issue an official press release clarifying that their members are not serial killers. Imagine, you've spent 30 years making balloon dogs, and now you need a PR statement to prove you're not a murderer. But here's what's truly strange. Your brain, the one that treats a clown as a camouflaged predator showing signs of infectious disease, isn't wrong. It's doing exactly what it was built to do, protecting you from a face that can't be read. 10,000 years ago, creatures with unreadable faces actually were dangerous. Today, they juggle bowling pins for $200 an hour. But the brain never got the update. So the next time you see a clown and feel that slight chill, don't be embarrassed. It's not weakness. It's not irrational. It's 200,000 years of evolution whispering one simple thing. A face you can't read is a face you can't trust. And the only reason you're alive right now, watching this video, is that every single one of your ancestors listened to that whisper. Every one. No exceptions. And clowns just got caught in the crossfire.